Alright, welcome back. We are now here with our second Asuran mission in Eye of the North, the Elusive Golemancer. So for this one, I am running my Elementalist. My Elementalist is one of my older characters I've used for quite a bit. I think it was my second, I want to say my second Nightfall character. But anyways, the build I'm running here is an Elemental Attunement Fire build, with intensity to try to spread around a lot of AoE damage in combination with Liquid Flame, Rodgort's Invocation, and Fireball. I have Immolate and Glowing Gaze for a little bit of energy management. It's a little fun build I put together. Xandra, Soul Twist, Razah is Signet of Spirits. You've seen that before. Not anything too shocking there. Although, do I want Ancestor's Rage on you? I forget what I usually put on here instead. Let's do Painful Bond. Why not? Okay. Livia, Blood is Power, Master of Whispers, Minion Mancer, and if you need an example of how little I play him, he's not even level 20 yet. Gwen and Norgu. Actually, I need to put Panic on one of you. Put Panic on you. There we go. Yeah, these guys are a little bit out of date compared to what I've been running lately, so a little bit of enchantment hate. And then Olias runs Signet of Spirits, provides a little bit of extra, or Spiteful Spirit, the other SS elite skill. Some extra minion support, some res. So, overall, not much else to really write home about there. Make sure you've got your Asura title on, so not too whatever, in my case clumsy, so only rank 3. And without any further ado, we will go ahead and get to where we need to go. So, whenever entering an area, always pick up the bonus here. Even if you are maxed out rank, you never know when it's useful. Alright, can't wait to get absolutely murked by these Wind Riders using Cry of Frustration on me. Yeah, there's like a gazillion Wind Riders here, so you have to be careful how you approach them. Alright, let's go ahead and flag you guys, and... never mind, they ran. They knew it was coming! Just being wary here. These guys have a lot of overlapping patrols. Once I see these Wind Riders on the right here make their move, come on in. Let's get Rodgorts on them. Oh, yep, knew it! I knew it would be a cry of frustration. God dang. They just are not letting me cast a thing. That is incredibly annoying. Okay. Yeah, when I get interrupted, this build does not do very well. Fortunately, these are really the only win. Well, I guess there's some you have to deal with after this, too. Alright, let's pull you guys out. Yep, here we come. Come on over. Or not. Okay, fine. If you don't want to fight, you don't want to fight. I'm fine with that option, too. Just head down this way. Let these guys go for a second here. I'm gonna be in my own spot here so they don't interrupt me. There we go. That's more the damage we like to see. Much better. That goes much smoother when I don't get interrupted 5 times in a row. But yeah, whenever you're a caster, you've just got to always keep an eye out for those mesmers. And if possible, you want to try to spread a little bit from the group. But if you ever get into too much trouble, you got to know where your spirits are. You've got to know where your minions are so you can run through them. And that way you can pull aggro away. It shouldn't need to worry about too much from here. Keep an eye out for Hypnos, but otherwise... just Neos and Necros and Arcanos. There we go, there's a Hypnos. I don't know if these guys have the same level of interruption. Yeah, they have Power Drain, but Power Drain's not as bad because it doesn't completely annihilate your health. Oh, Master of Whispers is level 20. Let's get him his 9 command. So yeah, these are the other Wind Rider. This is the other Wind Rider group you may have to deal with. I'd prefer not to, so I'm going to deal with the crate instead. Okay, for a second there I thought I saw a healer. Meant to hit Glowing Gaze, but I'll take the Fireball at that point. There we go. Yeah, the main thing you want to keep an eye out for here is there is a Wind Rider boss that kind of makes the rounds. Which is, of course, in a group of Wind Riders. There we go. We'll spike all of them. We're kind of making our way to this little spot here so we can pass through towards this resurrection shrine. This is another one it can take a little bit to get to. It's not as long as getting to Bloodwash's blood. It's kind of similar, but it's definitely fewer enemies because you don't have to fight that entire Vader horde. Alright. Ah, dang, they ran away. Almost managed to time it for when they were bunched together. Oh, my elemental attunement is not active. That's not good. A lot of my energy management. Okay, there's a... yeah, it's like there's a Hylek Mesmer somewhere. If you get interrupted, chances are there's a Mesmer hanging around. I even targeted it first, too. I should have known. For some reason, I was thinking the Tlamatini is the warrior. When it's the Amini that's the warrior. But you're making your way out to Blim over here. Yeah, okay. I was like, did I make a wrong turn? There's no way, right? I may have made the wrong turn. I think I was doing the route to the dungeon. Oh, whatever. Never mind, it's fine. Crate just ran away. So yeah, if you're doing the actual dungeon, which is through the quest Little Workshop of Horrors, you actually need to head south to where you can kind of see this portal. And that's the actual entrance to the dungeon.
You need me?
You talk to Blim instead, he'll set up a vine seed so you can go across and do the story mission instead. So make sure you know the difference between them. And with that, here we are, the Elusive Golemancer. So there is a there's a worker golem in here. I don't remember if it's random or not. But one of them you will be able to talk to and flip a lever. There we go. So when we tell Kronk to go pull the lever, it will turn a lot of these golems into enemies. For the most part, they aren't that troublesome. Why did I use intent? Well, I guess it kind of hit him too, didn't it? I was like, why on the earth am I using intensity right now? There we go. And we just make our way down. You can kind of approach this at your own pace. If you're more confident in your group's capabilities, you are welcome to pull some extra ones, but do not do so without the express written consent of the rest of your team. I am not responsible for any kind of fallout that may happen because you decided that you were prepared, the rest of your group disagreed. But once you get the worker golem safely out to here, worker golem will come over, pull this lever for you, and you move on. I think there's like 5 parts to this. This was part 1. Part 2 here, you see all of these sentry golems. Definitely not suspicious whatsoever. This is the part that took me the longest to understand because I didn't realize there was a timer before the door actually opened. I would always try to run for the door immediately and then I'd just get destroyed by all these sentry golems. So there's this suspiciously placed golem disabling lever with all of these disabled golems. Wonder what happens if we flip it on the other side. Well, let's find out. But first, let's go ahead and get some spirits rolling. Because I can. There we go. So yeah, once you flip the switch, obviously it's going to start activating all of the golems. And you can see this security access pending. That is your tell for when the door actually opens. Also, side note, golem runestones here, they occasionally show up as a gift of the traveler item, so this is a good place to farm them because there's all of these golems for you to kill. And most of them are warriors, but there are a couple of LEs as shown by this. I believe the tiny ones are all elementalists. The larger ones are always warriors. I want to say there's a dervish variant too, but I don't quote me on that. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's the dervish. I should have used intensity there. There, got it that time. Not that it did much. double check. This boosts me to 18, yeah. It's too bad this doesn't work with Master Magic. But by now, security access pending is already more than run out, so the door up here is open, and at any point I can just go ahead and run on through. Which we will do now. That is floor 1 of 3 complete. So just like finding Gad, this is 3 separate floors. Here we go. The next puzzle here. Oh, yeah, I guess there's kind of 6 parts. What you have to do is you have to take the mystical key from here and bring it over to the holder over there. However, once you pick this up, all these golems are going to attack you. So just pick it up and run for your life. And what you can do is, once you're kind of in the clear, you can drop it. And they all become allied again. So quick reminder on this with bundles is if you use your weapon set hotkeys, it instantly drops the item you're holding. So we can pick it up. I think I might be in trouble, so we're clear. And I'm just going to drop it again, get everybody out of there. And then we're going to pick it up again. Once you put this in the final key holder, it will make all of them not aggressive to you anymore. So bam, now they're all allied again, and we're on to the next part. Very easy to clear, you don't have to kill a thing. So now, this guy, he is our line of defense. You talk to him, puts on the shield for you. You might be able to just run through anyways, honestly, if you've got good enough, if you have good enough sustain in your group. I've never tried it, so disclaimer on that. I am not responsible if you have to restart this entire mission because you decided to chest it and got murked. Okay. Thank you, Xandra, for finally putting up shelter. But yeah, as long as you stay in these, even though these shots are firing at you and hitting you, they only hit for zeros. You just have to kill a few of them. Just be careful. The golem does see you as an obstacle because you can't run through each other. So you can slightly derail or even trap it, especially with spirits. But you can also use that to kind of keep them in place for a little bit in order to help you out. But yeah, this is an example. Oh, hello, this shield's still moving forward. Well, I'm guessing it got displaced somehow, and this is a bug. It's fine. As long as you stay within the shield, you'll be okay. And no, this was not scripted. I wish it was, because if I had known that... I'm glad that this happened on this pull, first time I've ever seen it. So that way, if this ever displaces, you know where to go. Yeah, you can see the darts are hitting me for like 7. It happened just a bit ago. But once you're through, you're on to the next part. Now what we need to do, well, first off, we need to go deal with these guys. There we go. What we are doing is we are making our way to the worker golems. There are 2 of them that are kind of placed around the room. Should have used liquid flame for that, but oh well. I've been getting so many procs on my halves casting time, it's been throwing me off. I'm gonna have to look for when Golem Runestone falls in as a Gift of the Traveler item. I know next week Spirit Wood Plank. Yeah, you need to get both these worker golems following you. And once you do so, you can head over to that big fancy door over there. By the way, admire all the giant iron forgemen around here. Then you make your way out to where these sentry golems are guarding a door. Let's see if I can get them to rod cord on me. Nope, they are doing golem boosters first. Bummer. Why are you all the way over there? There isn't even... You trying to cast Withering Aura on somebody that you shouldn't be? Yeah, let's just have you not use Withering Aura, since there's no one melee here anyway. I guess there's the minions. I don't actually remember if Olias can if you guys can summon off minions. I don't think you can. But yeah, you have to bring these worker golems to these pressure plates on the ground, and that will open the door. There we go. So this one up here, you have an indestructible golem, and then you have an unstable magic energy storage and a flux matrix. Ooh, he's coming. Get your shelter and all that up immediately. Let's flag them all over here, actually. Okay, I was like, please get me shelter again. Yeah, all you have to do is you just grab the flux matrix, interact with this storage, run up to the golem, and drop the item. Again, just use a weapon set, drops quickly. It deals leet damage to the golem. I believe like lifesteal and there's some other things such as deep wounds actually do work on him and make him die a little bit faster. So I think you can 2-round it if you give him like deep wound and such. At least I remember being able to 2-round it. But here we are, on to the final level. Just got a couple more golems to take out. Like 6 or 7 from the looks of it. Ah, he ran. He knew what I was doing. Also, fun fact, if anyone does not know this at this point, Rodgort is Trogdor spelled backwards. You know, Trogdor the Burninator, the old internet video sensation. Good lord, 4 Golem Runestones. I really hope it's a Gift to the Traveler item soon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure once we get these 2 done, it's mission over. And there we go. We have now run into Ula. And with that, we have found the titular elusive Golemancer, and that is mission complete. So next up will be Genius-operated Living Enchanted Manifestation, which you start by talking to Mamp here. Unless you're here for the first time, because then you need to do lab space and all that stuff with rank. And if you're wondering why I happen to know the acronym off heart, it's because I've stared at that a gazillion times through all the times I've turned in Heroes Handbooks. So with that, that's the mission. Next up, I will be running Golem on a assassin. So as always, hope these are useful, and we will see you for the next one.